Time for sports. Mira's here. Big day in Victoria today, Maya.
A fun day right across the street from us, Hudson. The 2012 Summer Games have been over for nearly 6 weeks. The Paralympic Games just over 2. But Canadians are still celebrating our athletes' accomplishments from London. Last week, a welcome home celebration and parade was held in Toronto. Today, the Greater Victoria community threw a red and white party in Centennial Square, West Coast style.
For winning, I understand. Not everybody just gets it.
No, not just anyone gets one of those. Andrew Burns and the men's 8 rowing team had to push themselves to the limits to come home with that precious medal. Team pursuit cyclist Jillian Carlton also brought home hardware in her Olympic debut, grabbing bronze in the team pursuit. And Ryan Cochrane handled the pressure of being the face of the Canadian swim team like a champ, captured silver in the 1500-meter event. And that's reason enough to celebrate. They were joined by fellow Olympians and Paralympians and dignitaries for a formal celebration on the stage at Centennial Square. The interactive displays were set up. It was a party atmosphere. Young fans tried those out before getting a chance to meet their sports heroes.
And it's amazing to be a part of this. Like, it's such a party and everyone's just so happy to see us. It's so fun to come and kind of connect with the fans and stuff that maybe you haven't seen since you got back. And I mean, Victoria's got such a great community. I feel so supported being here.
Yeah, I think it's great. I mean, having the Winter Olympics here in Vancouver brought like Olympic sports to a lot of people's attention, and you know, there's lots of great athletes out there and great competition. It's really exciting to watch, and it's a shame it's only on TV once every 4 years. You know, I think it's the sort of thing people would watch every day, every weekend. Football, hockey. With no hockey this year, you know, maybe rowing will take over.
There you go. This next new national sport, rowing. Andrew says the men's 8 already busy looking ahead to Rio 2016. Well, that will be the last Summer Games for Ryan Cochrane, and Canada's 1500-meter man is hoping for big things in Brazil.
Well, I said, you know, bronze medal in Beijing, silver medal this year. I could only, you know, I put in the time. I could hope for a gold next time. And, you know, never say never, I think. But it's also, you know, you don't want to stay around for too long in your career if you know, you want to leave a lasting legacy and you want it to be a positive one.
And going out a gold medal Olympian wouldn't be a bad swan song.
You know, I wouldn't be against a gold medal. I can honestly say that.
First time Olympian with...
Well, perhaps if the NHL hired replacement hockey players that weren't qualified to play in the league and really made their fans angry, it would help expedite the lockout, because it seems to be working in the NFL. Monday night's botched game deciding call in Seattle seems to be the tipping point. And the league and the real referees are reportedly close to a new deal that could see the refs back on the field possibly as early as this weekend. The football faithful are holding their collective breath.
Obviously, the refs are worth something when you see what's going on now, because the integrity of the game is all shot to hell. The smallest penalty gets blown out of proportion. You know, the safety of the players, you're seeing hits that normally would be called and flagged and penalized immediately right there. That's not happening. So I think the safety for the players is you know, is out of control. The games are out of control. The head coaches are out of control. So the one thing the NFL doesn't have right now, I would say, is control.
But the NFL still does control the purse strings, and whether they are employing replacement refs or the real deal, they are not to be touched, period. Bill Belichick's arm grab after Saturday's 31-30 loss to the Baltimore Ravens is going to cost him $50,000. The NFL fined the New England Patriots coach for making impermissible contact with an official. The league also fined Redskins offensive coordinator Kyle Shanahan $25,000 for berating a ref during their game against the Bengals. And speaking of fines, BC Lions all-star tackle Kahliff Mitchell is going to get one. Mitchell has been fined by the CFL for a throat-slashing gesture to the Edmonton Eskimos during last Saturday's game in Edmonton. Kahliff has already served a 2-game suspension for hyperextending an opponent's arm this season, but don't think he's apologizing for his latest infraction.
Throat-slashing gesture was done to my teammate to let him know that we were going out here to actually execute a high level of play. Was that proper? No, but I don't think at any battlefield level of when you're playing a game like this, a lot of things can be deemed as proper. So this is not McDonald's. This is not a little kid's playland. This is a grown man's game, and it's very violent. And at times, you may find some violence. So I think we should start putting viewer discretion as advised before we watch the games.
Well, according to Victoria Grizzlies coach Bill Bestwick, the first 10 games can determine your season. If that's the case, life is good at Bear Mountain Arena. The Grizzlies boast a BCHL best 5-1-0-1 record just 7 games into the season. Jerry Fitzgerald was named BCHL Player of the Week thanks to 6 points in 3 road games over the weekend. It's not just prolific point production that's got the Grizzlies rolling. Every player has bought in, and even they're surprised at their hot start.
Maybe a little bit surprising, yeah, but I think that since everybody pretty much is new to the team here, that everybody was trying to kind of make friends real early. Everybody's new, so we just kind of accepted each other, and it's been good.
What's happened is the kids have, game in, game out, they're realizing that the group, as a group, is good, and when they play to their capacity, they're pretty darn good. And if any one of us don't, then we're really average.
Nothing average about Friday's tilt. That will mark the first time Bestwick steps foot inside Nanaimo's Frank Crane Arena since March 2011. It was a less than amicable split between the team and the coach. It is going to add to the intensity and the drama of the night.
I've moved on. I had a 2-year balance of my contract remaining, and I didn't leave the organization. I was asked to, so I've moved on.
Expect an emotional homecoming for the original Clipper. Be sure to catch the full interview with Jordan and Bill on Friday, CTV News at 5. That'll be great. A little one-on-one expose with Bill since moving on. So
let's hope this ref deal gets done, huh?
It has to get done.
Yeah.
I mean, if that doesn't decide it, I don't know what will.
And here's a tale of 2 coaches. Mike McCarthy, Green Bay, class act in the face of the worst thing that could have happened to his team on Monday night. Bill Belichick.
Touchy-feelerson?
Yeah, 50,000.
Yeah.
All right.
Well, maybe he'll learn. I don't think. You don't like him, do you?
I like his hoodie, but I've got one like it, but it says Yankees. I would more
of course.
Patriots hoodie.
I see that every day.
All right, thank you.
You're welcome.